The proper use of modifier keys inside of Premiere Pro can be absolutely transformational to your overall editing experience. In this video, we're going to talk about the Option key on Mac or the Alt key on Windows, and we're going to look at a number of different useful things that we can use this modifier for when we're working in the timeline. This is possibly my very favorite modifier as it does so many useful things. Let's take a look. Quite often, you want to select just one portion of a linked clip, either the audio or the video. All you need to do is hold Option before clicking, and then that will select just the portion of the clip that you want to modify. Then you don't need to right-click to unlink media, or you don't need to turn off linked selection in the timeline, which can lead to undesirable effects. You can also use this modifier if you just want to trim one portion of these clips. Very common that sometimes you just want to trim the edge of one side of a clip. Maybe you want to create a J cut or an L cut, or you just want to extend one portion of the clip. Easy enough, just hold down the Option key and hover over the edge and drag that portion of the clip however you would like. You can also use this keyboard shortcut to select a range of clips. Quite often you may just want to select a certain number of audio tracks or a certain number of video tracks, and you don't also want the linked portion. So here you can hold down the Option key and click and drag to very precisely select just the clips that you want. This is very useful when you are wanting to nudge media. Once your media is selected, you can combine this with the Option and up and down arrow keys to very precisely nudge clips up or down a track. This helps keep your timeline tidy. Compared to dragging clips, it's also much faster and much more precise. You won't need to worry about losing sync or dragging items to the wrong frame while you're working inside of your timeline. Option can also be used to quickly copy media. Say, for example, you want to select a range of clips on your timeline and you want to make a quick copy so you can experiment without messing up the original clips in your timeline. Select the clips that you want to copy, hold down Option, and just drag them to a new place in your timeline. I use this option quite regularly when I'm working with titles. You can see in this particular sequence, I've used titles to mark up my sequence and leave notes for future reference. You'll notice that I dialed in a particular title with the alignment and the font and the size that I wanted to use, and then I just simply hold down Option and drag to create a new copy, and it's more of a quick copy that I can use to keep creating titles as I work on my timeline. Option can also be used to extend the range of markers. Say, for example, if you've got a marker on your sequence, and you want to turn it into a spanned marker with a duration, you can hold down Option and simply drag the edge of the marker to the duration that you like. Option can also be used to resize audio tracks. Hold down Option and use the plus and minus keys to modify the height of your audio tracks. Control can be used with the same plus and minus keys to modify the height of your video tracks. You can also use the Shift key. Combine it with the plus and minus keys to expand or contract all of the tracks in your timeline.